Well, this is exciting. This is the very first time I will be using the Scorching Bow. What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. We are going to make our way over to God Wars Dungeon because today I bring you guys loot from 10 hours of duoing Zamorak. As you can see, the inventory and the gear will not change the whole entire video. This is going to be a great setup using the Scorching Bow. Primarily, I'm going to be tanking Zamorak, but at the end of the day, there's not much tanking that's going to be happening because we are going to be using our bow to freeze Zamorak. That's right, Krill will truly stand no chance against me and my partner Boyo420. The goal is to obtain the pet for me and hopefully make profit for us since we are going to be splitting everything 50-50. I've never done this method before, but let's try it out today and let's make it happen. Alright, so I'm going to walk in the room and I'm just going to simply spec Krill with my bow, and as you can see, it freezes him completely. Now, I was so astounded by the amount of damage that I was inflicting with this bow that I actually forgot to spec him again. So he does become unfrozen here, as you can see, but that's just because I was stunned and I should have been paying more attention. But as you can see, virtually no damage taken, and at this point, you can either kill the minions with this bow or you can just stack them on top of each other and use Blood Barrage in order to get all of your HP back. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, Mr. No Sleep, this looks so easy. Why is Boyo420 even there? Why is he rocking that Elysian? You don't need him, and it's true. Traditionally, with this setup and being maxed, you don't need to duo Zamorak, but since I'm doing a short-term series right now, duoing every God Wars dungeon boss, I figured that we are going to stick with a duo, but just keep in mind that I am going to be doing loot from 1,000 Zamorak sometime this year. I'll make sure to be on task for all of it with Slayer, and I will be soloing it then. But for lower levels out there that, you know, really can't quite get this setup down just yet, this is a good example of what you can expect from a duo Zamorak experience of 10 hours. There we have somewhat of a first drop coming in from Boyo. We got a God Sword Shard 3, so we will happily take that. And, you know, you really can't go wrong with a duo. It won't hurt you more than it will help you. So keep that in mind. You know, you're definitely going to get a lot of assistance if you have a partner here. You know, it has to be up to you and your partner if you want to split the clue scrolls that you guys end up doing 50-50 as well. But me and Boyo like to. There's an elite clue coming in. We've seen that from every God Wars dungeon boss so far, and we'll definitely be juggling just the elites for the end of the video, and we will be completing them all then. Out of all God Wars bosses, Zamorak is the one that I have killed the least of. Currently sitting at a kill count as of this kill at 1,020. We have killed thousands more of Armadillo, Bandos, and Sarah, but the collection log is slacking. We are still missing the pet, and we are still missing the Staff of the Dead. I know I didn't show you guys the collection log at the very beginning of the video, but we are going to be showing it here.
You think you know me?
Zamorakian and Spear Drop. Just about 19 kills into the video so far, and only 2 million GP. As a matter of fact, I believe they went all the way down to 1 mil throughout this video. I did check the GE tracker, and someone had sold 30 of these for 1 million GP a piece. So they have gone down drastically. One day we're going to be comparing the price of them to a Ceradoman sword. Who knows? The Ceradoman sword might even be worth more, but nevertheless, it is a drop from Zammy. The drops here are not that expensive compared to Armadillo or Sarah or Bandos, but since I am getting 99% of all these kills, hopefully we can pull off that pet. That is the main goal for this one. Well, before we continue, I just want to take 30 seconds of your time and remind you guys that we are sponsored by IronsideComputers.com. Check out Eden's Veil, one of the newest Ironside computers and cases, limited edition by Ironside. If you use code NOSLEEP at checkout, you will receive free shipping with your purchase, and it does benefit me directly. Helps out the channel a lot. I love Ironside. I'm an Ironside guy. I think we all know this. We love Ironside. We love performance that ships in 2 business days. Code no sleep for free shipping. All right, let's get back into the video. Yes, very strange drop table on Krill. As you can see here, 297 adamant arrows P++, and alongside this you have things like an adamant plate body, a rune scimitar, rune plate legs, and then you have the very rare shield left half, which is almost as rare as the pet. Yes, very unfortunate. 1 in 4,200 to receive that. I suppose I'm gonna high alch that or high alch myself, but either way, I will say that the Explorer's Ring came in clutch for the high alching. I didn't have to bring any runes or anything like that. I was on the ancient spellbooks the whole time with Blood Barrage anyway, so I couldn't really bring nature runes and fire runes to high out. Did receive an unfortunate 1 in 1600 chaos talisman, but following that, at least we got an elite clue scroll, and we will be, you know, continuing to get coin drops as well. So everything we high out and every coin drop we get is just going to be stacking up at the bottom left of the screen there, and hopefully we are able to get a decent coin stack if we're unable to get a decent amount of rares. All right, another kill coming in, and speaking of rares, there we have our second drop of the video so far, another Zamorakian spear, and this is before 1100 KC, so that's not too bad, just about 3 hours in. You know, it's about 2 mil, but if you look at it from splitting it 50-50, it's more so like 700 to 800k, and while that does help the cost of supplies because we are spending money with sand fuse as well as bastion potions and blood runes and death runes amongst charges, so you know, you do have to spend a little bit of money to do Zamorak this efficiently and this effectively, but hopefully the spear drops will take care of the supply costs. It is kind of unfortunate that the Zamorakian spear is so cheap. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret here, but I actually just bought 100 of these Zamorak spears, and I hope that they double or triple in price in the next 5 years. I think I bought them all for 1.9 mil, and now they're already down 30%. So look at the collection log. We're missing the staff, we're missing the pet. We've got a decent amount of hilts and spears though, but I mean, what does that really mean? You know, even Zamorak God Sword is not that expensive these days, but I'll tell you what looks nice, a high-end Adam Sandler. Either way though, it would be nice to get the Staff of the Dead for the collection log. It's virtually the same drop rate of the hilt, so where's my staff? Well, I want to give a big shout out to the private messages coming in. Gotta love this community. I love turning on that private chat and seeing all of you. Shout out to all of you guys. All right, another kill coming in. As you can see, my KC on the top left did reset. Unfortunately, I died one time during the making of this video. That's what happens when you just get too comfortable at Zamorak, you know, but that's okay. We did manage another elite clue scroll, so at least we have 2 opportunities for third age. Just a little bit over the halfway point. What do we have here? Zamorak hilt. All right, it's not a collection log, but we will take it. 15.4 mil. It is the most expensive item that you can receive here. I believe the Staff of the Dead is much less than this. Well, nevertheless, that should help out the price check, and although we are 158 kills in, if we can just manage a few more hilts, maybe a staff, maybe a pet, this video still has potential for a promising price check. But with all these uncommon rares like the Rune Battle Axe and the Rune Square Shield, I just don't know about my luck today. These steel arrows adding insult to injury, another 1 in 1,000 drop. Alright, well, I don't feel as bad now. There's another Zamorak hilt. Not too long after the last one. We are really stacking up these hilts. My collection log is so strange at God Wars, and now it gets even stranger, but we'll take it. I mean, this is officially 15 mil a piece now. Well, at least we know that we have covered the cost of supplies, and you know, we try to stay busy at Zamorak. 5 hilts, 7 steam battle staves, and 8 Zamorak spears. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. We are still looking for the staff, still looking for that pet, but all we have is another alchable. Rune plate legs coming in. Gotta attack my partner, wake him up for this next Zamorak kill, because you never know what it can be. You really don't. All right, well, sometimes you get the unfortunate rares. The steam battle staff. My partner was expecting to see this drop. I had actually forgotten about the steam battle staff, but yeah, it's one of those rares at Zamorak on the rare drop table, but it's just not worth anything at all, so pretty unfortunate, but nevertheless, 1,220 beautiful kills overall. My partner did actually get 1 or 2 kills. I think he got 2 kills this whole entire time, and one of them was, of course, a steam battle staff. So yeah, the curse of bad luck with Zamorak continues. I mean, 2 hilts is awesome, but you know, they were like, I think 30 mil at one point, and now they're half of that price. So the reality of it is, the profit that you can make here, unless you get insanely lucky with the amount of rares you receive, you know, judging by that Zamorakian spear, you can get 10 of those and you're still not close to what Bando's chestplate is. So just kind of putting that in perspective, Zamorak definitely not the most profitable God Wars dungeon boss as it goes for soloing or duoing, but I guess you could say because of how effective the Scorching Bow is, it is very easy to solo and duo. That's my opinion. I have seen people die here multiple times in the last few days soloing while I was AFK outside the room, so it just depends on your skill set, but as a max main, I think this setup definitely makes soloing viable, especially if you're on task, and I guess that is one benefit of Zamorak. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 10 hours of duoing Zamorak has been completed. We are going to go see the overall loot. We're going to sell everything, unfortunately, Unfortunately, no pet. Unfortunately, no Staff of the Dead. We are going to complete the 3 elite clues. Firstly, always risking high in the wilderness. You know how I do it. And yeah, we're going to stack up these caskets, open them up after the price check. Maybe the caskets will be our saving grace, but we're going to go ahead and trade Boyo and collect all of the normal drops and all of the rares from our alternate account. And we're going to collect our coins. See how much we made from 10 hours of duoing. As you can see, the Zamorakian spear wasn't selling for 2 mil. It wasn't selling for 1.7. It did end up selling for 1.5 mil. So we sold 3 spears for 4.9 mil. That is a tragedy. The hilts did sell for about 15 mil a piece, so not too bad from those. And luckily that did kind of save the price check at the end of the day. Overall loot from 10 hours, 41 million GP. We are going to divide that by 2 to get my favorite number of all time, 20 mil each. And 300 kills for me, about 5 for Boyo. I was wrong earlier when I said 2. Let's go ahead and split this down the middle. About 18 mil profit after the deduction of supply costs. From the elite clue, the very first one, 203k. The second one, 160k mimic. And from the last one, 67k. Well, that is it, guys. 2 mil an hour, duoing Zamorak for 10 hours. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Big shout out to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, xXzoticx, and DaeDogGaming. A friend of mine recently uploaded a video about RuneScape in the real world. I really want you guys to check it out, and I did get featured in it, so I will leave it in the description below. Something for you to watch later, and until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.